Dear students, in this video on ray optics, we will study astronomical telescope, refracting type and reflecting type with some examples. So let us begin with astronomical telescope, refracting type, where we are using lenses, and here let us first take the telescope in normal adjustment. And for normal adjustment, you know that final image is formed at infinity. So this is for viewing the final image with relaxed eye. So here the objective faces the object, and then eyepiece faces the eye, and you see, you know that telescope is used to observe distant objects, and the beam of rays coming from very far are parallel rays. So supposing there is an object at infinity, then the parallel rays will come and they will fall at the objective, and the image formed by objective will be at its focus. Like this image AB is formed at the focus of objective lens, and this is a real inverted image. Now this real image will act as object for this eyepiece, and we have to make final image at infinity. So this object must lie at the focus of the eyepiece. You know that when an object is placed at focus of a lens, then the final image is formed at infinity. So this eyepiece is adjusted in such a way that this image, real image, lies at the focus of the objective and focus of the eyepiece also, right? And when you observe, see, after refraction, all these rays become parallel, and when your eye is here and you're observing it, so they appear to be coming from infinity, all parallel rays. So the final image is formed at infinity, right? And now all the markings, focal length of this objective lens and focal length of eyepiece, and the total distance between the objective lens and eyepiece is FO plus FE, FO plus FE, that is also called tube length. So that is the image formation by astronomical telescope in normal adjustment. And certain things here, since we have to define the magnification, we have to take the angle subtended by the distant object at the eye of observer. Now ऑब्जेक्ट बहुत दूर है तो आई हमारा यहाँ पर हो या यहाँ पर हो, कुछ खास फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. सो ये जो एंगल है जो ऑब्जेक्टिव पर है, उस एंगल को हम इस आई पर मान सकते हैं. वी कैन एज्यूम दैट दिस एंगल इज subtended at the eye directly. And another thing, we have to take the angle subtended at eye by the final image. Now final image is formed at infinity somewhere, and these are all parallel rays. So the angle subtended by this final image at infinity at the eyepiece or eye is beta. As you can see, you can join these two. So you can see that if the final image is here, and see, the angle subtended by this final image at this eye is beta. So we are going to compare this beta and this alpha. So let's see how we do it. And one more thing, and very important thing, you can see that the aperture of this objective is large. Aperture is the diameter of the objective is large. अब आपने large diameter ले लिया है या aperture ले लिया है, तो ज़्यादा लाइट इसके अंदर आएगी and light is coming from infinity. So ज़्यादा light आएगी तो आपको brighter image मिलेगी, right? And there is one more thing. If this aperture is large, then resolving power of this objective lens increases. That means you get sharper image. So the aperture is large to increase the resolving power of telescope and to increase the amount of light falling on it to get a sharper image. So let us write its working. I have explained already. See, working. The objective lens makes real image AB of the distant object at focus FO. This image AB acts as object for eyepiece, and the eyepiece is adjusted to take this image at its focus FE. So the eyepiece forms the final image at infinity or in normal adjustment. Now magnification. So how do we define this magnification? See, magnifying power, it is the ratio of the angle subtended by final image at eye and the angle subtended by the object directly at eye. See, the object is placed at infinity and we take the angle subtended at eye directly, and the other angle is angle subtended by the final image at eye, and I have just explained you these angles alpha and beta. So magnifying power is beta upon alpha, and since angles are very small, beta can be written as 10 beta, alpha can be written as 10 alpha, and from the diagrams, we can find out value of 10 beta and 10 alpha, and let's see how we do it. So here, okay, look at it here. If I take 10 beta from this triangle, then you get 10 beta is this perpendicular AB upon base C2B. And for 10 alpha, you see, the angle subtended by the distant object at this objective is alpha, and this alpha is vertically opposite angle. So in triangle ABC1, we get 10 alpha as perpendicular AB upon base C1B. So when you take ratios, this AB and AB will be cancelled and we will be left with ratios of this distance C1B and C2B. So let's see how we get it. Yeah, here it comes. So 10 beta is AB upon C2B, 10 alpha is AB upon C1B, AB and AB cancelled. This C1B goes in the numerator, C2B comes down, and C1B is the focal length of the objective and C2B is focal length of the eyepiece. So magnification is FO upon FE. In normal adjustment, magnification is FO upon FE, and tube length is FO plus FE. Tube length is what? It is the distance between the objective lens and the eyepiece. And if you want large magnification, for large value of magnifying power, this FO should be much larger than FE. FO should be as large as possible, FE should be as small as possible. So this is working of a refracting type telescope for normal adjustment. And now we will take the same telescope, but here the adjustment is for least distance of distinct vision. When final image is formed at the least distance of distinct vision. So same, your objective lens, eyepiece, and the object is at infinity. So the rays will come parallel beam and the image formed by the objective will be at its focus. You see, the image, see the object is at infinity, parallel rays are coming, and the image formed by this objective lens will be at its focus. ऑब्जेक्टिव जो है इस अपने फोकस पर इमेज बनाएगा, रियल इमेज. ये रियल इमेज आईपीस के लिए ऑब्जेक्ट का काम करेगी और हमको बनाना है फाइनल इमेज लीस्ट डिस्टेंस ऑफ डिस्टिंक्ट विजन पर, विच हैज़ टू बी ऑन द सेम साइड, उसी साइड में बनना है. दैट मीन्स इमेज हमारी अब जो है वर्चुअल इमेज बननी है. सो ये जो इमेज हमारी है ये आईपीस के लेंस और फोकस के बीच में होनी चाहिए. सो दिस इमेज इज टेकन between the eyepiece and the focus so that a virtual image can be formed on the same side and at distance d, that is 25 centimeter. So let's see how we adjust it. So here the object is AB and see the image formation. Get it? See, these rays are all diverging. ये रेज सारी डाइवर्ज कर रही हैं तो आगे तो नहीं मिल सकती, तो इनको आप पीछे प्रोड्यूस करेंगे. दे मीट एट दिस पॉइंट. व्हेन यू प्रोड्यूस दीज रेज बैकवर्ड्स दे अपीयर टू बी कमिंग फ्रॉम हेयर. सचमुच में यहाँ पे नहीं है पर ऐसा लगता है कि रेज यहाँ से आ रही हैं, तो यहाँ पर आपकी वर्चुअल इमेज बन गई. सी, यू गेटिंग अ वर्चुअल इमेज हियर एट लीस्ट डिस्टेंस ऑफ डिस्टिंक्ट विजन. सो now let's see things one by one. For this objective lens, the object is at infinity and image is at its focus, at distance focus. ठीक है? And for eyepiece, this distance of the object is UE and distance of the image is D, least distance of distinct vision. And then we have to find out its magnifying power also. So the angle subtended by the object at infinity is alpha, and then you take vertically opposite angle, this is alpha, and the angle subtended by the final image at this eyepiece, see this angle is beta. So we have marked the angles, and now we can find out the working. Working I have already explained, but we will see how we write it. The objective lens makes real image AB of distant object at its focus. Now this real image AB acts as object for eyepiece. The eyepiece is adjusted to take this image between the lens and its focus FE. So the eyepiece forms final image A dash B dash at the least distance of distinct vision. Now final image is a virtual image. So that is the working and magnifying power. Same definition. It is the ratio of angle subtended by the final image at eye and the angle subtended by the object directly at eye. So here you can see magnifying power or magnification is beta upon alpha. Beta can be written as 10 beta, alpha as 10 alpha because angles are very small, and then we take the values of 10 beta and 10 alpha. See, 10 beta is AB upon C2b, AB upon C1b, and to have a look at this, let us go back to the previous slide. So here, see, in this triangle you can see that 10 alpha is equal to perpendicular AB upon C1b, and 10 beta, this angle is beta, 10 beta is AB upon C2b. So AB and AB will be cancelled, and then you get C2 C1b upon C2b. That's how we are going to write it now. So here, and this C1b is focal length of objective FO, and C2b is object distance for the eyepiece, and it can be taken as FO upon minus UE. And I want to express this magnifying power in terms of the focal length of objective and focal length of the eyepiece. So I have to bring this in, and I know that if the object distance is UE and here the image distance V is equal to minus D. So using lens formula for the eyepiece, 1 upon F is equal to 1 upon V minus 1 upon U. So 1 upon Fe is equal to 1 upon minus D. V is equal to minus D, minus 1 upon U is 1 upon minus UE. And from here what we do is, I want this FO upon minus UE. So multiply both sides by FO. I get FO upon FE is equal to FO upon minus D minus FO upon minus U. So this becomes plus, and now what we do is just change the side. इसको आप चाहिए लेफ्ट में ले जाएं और इसको आप राइट में ले आइए. You get M is equal to minus FO upon FE minus FO upon D, and now take this FO upon FE as common and see what you get. Just look at it. When this FO upon FE is minus FO upon FE is taken as common, you will be left with this 1, and here you will, FO is out, you will multiply you will multiply by FE here, and upon D will be there as it is. So the relation for magnification is minus FO upon FE into 1 plus FE upon D. This is magnification when the final image is formed at the least distance of distinct vision, and clearly this is greater than the previous one than in the normal adjustment. So you should know the ray diagram as well as the derivation. Now reflecting type telescope. So here we are going to use mirror as objective, and here we are going to discuss Cassegrain reflecting type telescope, and it is Cassegrain. So here we use a concave mirror as objective, and this is called objective mirror concave, right? And the eyepiece, and now if the light rays are coming from infinity, and here I have taken a convex mirror. So see, reflecting mirror as convex mirror, and see the rays are coming from infinity as you can see, and they get reflected by this concave objective. So rays are coming like this. This is mirror. It reflects the rays this way, and now this convex mirror will reflect the rays to the eyepiece. So just look at it. The rays are reflected to the eyepiece, right? And from here you can observe the image of the distant object. See, the rays are coming parallel from the distant object. So now, okay. Relation for magnification is same here. Magnification M is FO upon FE. FO is concave mirror. So it is focal length of this concave mirror, and FE is eyepiece, that is this lens. So here, since we are using a reflection method of reflection, we are using mirrors. So it is called reflecting type telescope. And this has got many benefits over the refracting type telescopes. So some of the benefits are like, let us talk about this objective mirror only. See, there we had an objective lens with large aperture. ऑब्जेक्टिव लेंस हमें ज़्यादा अपर्चर का चाहिए था, उससे हम ज़्यादा लाइट गैदर कर सकते हैं. बट लेंस है ना, लेंस इज़ मेड अप ऑफ ग्लास. तो इतना बड़े अपर्चर का ग्लास का लेंस बनाना और उसके कॉम्पोजिशन को यूनिफॉर्म बनाए रखना बहुत ही मुश्किल काम है. जबकि आप एक बड़े अपर्चर का मिरर बहुत इजीली बना सकते हैं. अनदर थिंग, a lens with large aperture will get very heavy. जबकि मिरर बनाने में मिरर क्योंकि एक सिंगल लेयर में होता है तो इसका वेट ज़्यादा नहीं होता है और इस मिरर को हम पूरे बैक में सपोर्ट कर सकते हैं. लेंस तो आप केवल किनारे पे सपोर्ट करेंगे जो कि डिफ़िकल्ट है, अनसेफ है, जबकि मिरर को हम पूरे बैक में सपोर्ट कर सकते हैं. सो इन दिस वे वी कैन मेक अ लार्ज ऑब्जेक्टिव मिरर लार्ज अपर्चर के साथ. तो इसका रिजॉल्विंग पावर ज़्यादा होगा और लाइट गैदरिंग कैपेसिटी, लाइट कलेक्ट करने की कैपेसिटी ज़्यादा होगी और इट विल बी लाइटर, इट विल बी चीपर. अनदर थिंग, okay, here. See, when we are using lenses, lenses make images which have colored edges. लेंस जो है जो इमेज बनाते हैं, उन इमेज के जो किनारे होते हैं वो कलर्ड होते हैं. दैट इज़ कॉल्ड क्रोमेटिक एब्रेशन. लेकिन अगर आप मिरर यूज़ करेंगे तो कोई रिफ्रैक्शन होना ही नहीं है. रिफ्रैक्शन नहीं होगा तो लाइट का डिस्पर्जन नहीं होगा और आपको कलर्ड एज वाले इमेज नहीं मिलेंगे, तो क्रोमेटिक एब्रेशन नहीं होगा. और let's see some more. Here I have listed them like merits of reflecting type telescope over refracting type telescope. These are asked in examination. The aperture of objective mirror can be made much larger than the aperture of a lens to increase the brightness and resolving power or resolution of image. And the resolving power is inversely proportional to aperture. So clearly कि आप ऑब्जेक्टिव मिरर का अपर्चर ज़्यादा बना सकते हो. इनफैक्ट द लार्जेस्ट अपर्चर ऑफ अ रिफ्लेक्टिंग टाइप टेलीस्कोप इज़ 10 मीटर. कैन यू इमेजिन दैट? मतलब आपके पास इतना बड़ा मिरर है, 10 मीटर डायमीटर का मिरर है, वो आपके लिए ऑब्जेक्टिव मिरर का काम कर रहा है. यू कैन नॉट हैव अ लेंस ऑफ अपर्चर 10 मीटर. Very very large. And the objective mirror is lighter than a lens and can be easily supported at its full back. जैसा कि मैंने आपको पहले बताया कि मिरर तो एक पतली सी लेयर है और इसके पीछे पॉलिश की हुई है, सो इट इज़ वेरी लाइट. whereas lens is made up of glass and if the aperture is large it will get very heavy और उसको आप केवल आप एंड्स पे सपोर्ट कर सकते हैं, जबकि मिरर को हम पूरे बैक में सपोर्ट कर सकते हैं. सो ईजी टू हैंडल एंड द इमेज इज फ्री फ्रॉम क्रोमेटिक एब्रेशन. सी, क्रोम मीन्स कलर और एज आई टोल्ड यू when a light passes through a lens, see if you look at these edges, see if you look at just this part is like a prism and you know that prism disperses light in different colors. ठीक है, तो जो लेंस से जो भी इमेज बनती है उस इमेज के एजेस, किनारे कलर्ड होते हैं, which is called chromatic aberration. But in case of reflecting telescope, we are not using lens, so we will not get any chromatic aberration, right? Then, if the objective mirror is parabolic, the image will be free from spherical aberration. There's a word called spherical aberration. ना स्फेरिकल एब्रेशन में क्या होता है कि जो आपकी इमेज जो है वो एक पिन पॉइंट पे ना बन के एक गोले में बनती है. मीन्स अ पॉइंट इमेज, अ पॉइंट ऑब्जेक्ट शुड गिव अ पॉइंट इमेज, पर आपको पॉइंट इमेज ना बन के एक छोटा सा स्फेरिकल मिलता है शेप में. सो इट इज़ कॉल्ड स्फेरिकल एब्रेशन, एंड दिस कैन बी रिमूव्ड इफ वी take parabolic objective mirror instead of a concave objective mirror. And okay, the largest size of aperture of a reflector mirror is 10 meter, very very large. And now let us take some numerical problems. Simple numerical problem. The tube length of an astronomical telescope is 1.05 meter. Find its magnification if the power of objective lens is 1 diopter. So the power of objective lens is 1 diopter, and power the focal length will be 1 upon p, that is 1 upon 1 and 1 meter. So focal length will be 1 meter or 100 centimeter. Now what is given to you is tube length. Tube length is 1.05 meter. So tube length is also FO plus FE for normal adjustment, and this is 1.05 is 105 centimeter. So using this relation and this relation, you see that FE is equal to 5 centimeter. That means focal length of eyepiece is 5 centimeter, and magnification is FO upon FE. So 100 upon 5 is 20. That means the size of image will be 20 times than the size of observed object. And now another one here. A small telescope has an objective lens of focal length 140 centimeter and eyepiece of focal length 5.0 centimeter. What is the magnifying power of the telescope for viewing the distant object when the telescope is in normal adjustment, that is when the final image is at infinity? So for that, you know this relation. Magnification is FO upon FE. FO is 140 centimeter, FE is 5 centimeter, that is 28. And the second case is when the final image is formed at the least distance of distinct vision, that is at 25 centimeter, and you know the relation for that also. Magnification is FO upon FE into 1 plus FE upon D. So FO upon FE is 28, or inside bracket you get 1 plus 5 upon 25. Simplify it. Magnification is 33.6, and it is much larger than magnification in normal adjustment. So with this I come to the end of this video, and I hope that it is beneficial to all of you. Thank you for watching this video.